Welcome to Guilty Pleasure.
We're back.
Good morning, Vietnam.
Wow, this feels right.
We missed you guys.
Yeah, so
We
sorry.
just dipped out. We were like, bye.
We did say we were going to do a hiatus, but then California burned, and then Kelsey decided to go skiing
What?
and break.
Don't put this on me.
It is on you.
You broke
a
rib and got a concussion.
I'm literally still working since the day I got back.
Yeah,
this
that's
is
fair.
100% on
That's
Zach.
fair. I just don't feel like Aspen is worth our friendship, you know?
What about when he's been out of town for 7 years?
I also, yeah. Well, we're here now, and
We're
that's
doing it.
what
all that
matters.
matters.
And
Familia.
now we're gonna break your heart,
I'm not telling him. You're the
gotta say
boss.
it. Yeah.
guys. We are ready for what is going to be our farewell season.
Oh, God. I feel like, oh my God, I just heard so many people just fall in the aisle of a blockbuster.
The ones
fall
who
to
know
their
know.
knees.
Familia is familia forever.
Yeah.
I want to start by this. Like, when we've been on this hiatus, like, so many people have reached out and
They
been,
love the show.
Yeah.
They love
it means so much to us. We love doing the show.
Yeah.
We've been doing it for almost 4 years.
Cuckoo.
Yeah, 4
That's
years.
crazy. Yeah.
Almost 5. I don't know. We've been doing this for a decade.
Yeah.
And we'll talk more in the weeks to come about like what our plans are next. But here's what I'm gonna say. Elton John did a farewell tour 8 times.
Yeah.
If you're doing math, we're gonna do 8 more episodes. That's gonna bring us just shy of 200.
Which is, we could never do
Insane.
that to
That's
y'all.
nuts.
we're gonna hit 200.
We gotta
We're
hit 200.
100% hitting 200.
And we will at some point in the future.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll go to 195, 8 more episodes, and then we'll do those last 5.
we're
Sporadically.
I don't know how, I don't know when, but we will meet again.
It will
Yeah.
all make sense. It's been a long day. You want me to keep going? Without you, my friend.
What if we refuse to do that until we get Charlie Puth on the show to sing to us?
I
Oh,
feel like we
wow.
could do that.
Yeah, we
Okay.
could
You guys
Charlie
have the
Puth.
pool.
Do you think that
You guys, you could. You definitely know Charlie Puth at some
you
point.
definitely know Charlie Puth?
He's been at one of the sex parties with the mask on.
I feel like, oh, you know what? I could see it.
Yeah.
But I've never even heard such a rumor.
Did I say this is the Oscars episode?
No.
Oh, this is the Oscars episode.
We
No.
were talking about how we were ending the show, Zach.
Yeah, but we're ending the show with an Oscars episode.
No, don't tease him like that.
We're gonna do our biggest hits between now and the end. We got we have 2 more Twilight movies to hit.
Wow.
Oh my
we got a
God.
Fast and Furious. We got to do High School Musical 3.
We got to do Bahubali.
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 But if there's one that you're dying to see before we say goodbye for now, let
Yeah,
us know.
We'll take
Yeah.
votes.
But just Goofy's fat ass is forever.
Forever.
Oh, forever. And there's gonna be movies that we'll see together. and then
Yeah,
we'll just
there will
join
be
back
shit
up.
that pops up.
guess.
I'm just gonna miss the group chat.
It's gonna be there.
What are you talking about?
It's
We
not-
don't talk about the show. We just talk.
We just talk. We just
Yeah,
have
but it's
movie
usually because we
takes.
have something to talk about, like a movie we've watched.
Yeah, and we'll have
and we're
movies we've watched.
Yeah.
We're still gonna keep this
Movies
friendship.
aren't stopping.
Oh, they're not?
I'm asking you this, and I want your honesty.
Huh.
Are we one of your pinned texts?
You have been.
Yeah, for a while.
It's my last one, but it's pinned.
You're my number
Fair.
6.
Number 6.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I only
Are
have-
we? You don't pin messages, you
I
psychopath.
have one.
It's your boo,
Yeah.
as she deserves
cute.
the number 1 spot.
I actually sometimes having Maggie as my pin text makes me like
Forget.
I miss it.
yeah,
miss
because
it.
you're like,
Yeah.
I see a notification, I'll get to it.
Yeah.
No, it was just like the way that on the ones below it, like they catch my eye more.
Yeah.
Where's
it
Cootie
gets-
Coochies?
There's 3
7.
coochies.
Cootie Coochies is 5 for me, but I should move it. Because
I mean-
What did you say? Cootie Coochies?
yeah, that's our girly group chat, but Zach is also invited.
It's
that's funny.
Maggie, Kelsey, Lauren, me.
yeah.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
love
But honestly, this I feel like is more important.
it. Yeah.
It's the spatial
Yeah.
awareness of
You
it.
don't
Yeah.
see the blue dot as clearly. That
I'll change our
comes up
pick.
next to her name. Oh no, I just mean in
Oh.
general with the pin text.
Oh,
The pin text,
yes,
you don't
yes,
see
yes.
the you're missing a message thing.
I did change our group for everyone. Riveting conversation. I did change our group chat
yes.
photo
best.
me and
Kelsey,
Garrick's-
we don't worry
What?
anymore. We're saying goodbye. We don't care.
yeah,
if
We don't
Who
give
gives
a
a
fuck.
fuck?
Who gives a fuck?
This is our final season. We do
We're-
whatever the
we're
fuck
fucking
we want.
And you know what? This is important.
Yeah.
This is an
This
We're
important
gonna
is
do
an
whatever
important
the
thing.
fuck we want. Like, we're gonna talk about Conclave and Anora today.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna
even
say
though
whatever.
it's the Oscars episode,
We're still
talking about
gonna
two
talk about
fucking
it.
movies.
The most important comedy moment in any movie ever that's ever existed is, and Garrick and I agree on this moment, is
the tippity top
Yeah,
tier.
This
Home
is
Alone.
okay. This is our icon on the group chat.
Yes, it is.
It's a Home Alone moment where Homeboy is getting
Alone
electrocuted
2.
Marv.
When Marv
Marv.
gets electrocuted.
and he turns into a
and he turns into a
skeleton for a
skeleton.
brief
For a
moment.
flash.
For a flash frame. And it's, I can't watch that movie.
It is. It is the hardest I laugh and have laughed
To this day.
To this day at a movie.
Yes.
Point blank. Period. It will always get me.
Every time it's funny. It's funny.
We got over Christmas a just a voice memo from Garrick crying laughing. And I was like, what? And then he sent that photo.
Yeah.
You gotta know.
It's
You gotta
so
know.
good.
There's some things that are just
It's
forever,
just
and that's
so-
one of them.
It's so good.
I'm like trying to remember, like, why didn't we record? I'm like, oh yeah, I got COVID. There was a lot of fucking shit.
It was a
happened.
lot of
You
shit.
got COVID again?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got COVID, and then everybody got walking pneumonia.
Oh,
You
it's
got
right
that.
now.
Yeah, right
and
now.
it's the flu and walking pneumonia.
Yeah.
Everyone has it in their chesticles. Did you guys get it? I didn't
Stay
get
the
it.
fuck
I got
away
it,
from
yeah.
me.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it in on Thanksgiving.
Okay.
For like a week.
So you had the first drop.
I had the first drop. Yeah,
Yeah.
I got it. I was in the line, in the Supreme line for walking pneumonia. No,
New flu just dropped.
Oh shit! I was there and got it for a week and a half maybe, and then was fine. And then I got whatever everybody else was getting this past 2 weeks ago. Pretty much.
Everybody. I think I have a superior immune system.
Should we hit this?
Let's do it.
Let's
I was
fucking
gonna.
hit it.
I part of me feels a pull to host the show, and then part of me says, "Fuck it,
Yeah.
senior slump." You know.
Just do it.
The Oscars, they're coming up. So we want to do this episode to talk about all of our favorite movies this year. We're going
Yes.
to go through the nominees, but
Yeah.
also take some time to shed some light on the types of movies we don't normally get to talk about on this show. And so this year, the Best Picture nominees are Anora, The Brutalist, I don't need to read them.
Conclave, Dune, Emilia Perez, I'm Still Here, Nickel Boys, The Substance, Wicked. How many have you
Dune
guys
Part
seen?
2.
I've seen all but I'm Still Here, Nickel Boys, and I have not seen A Complete Unknown yet.
I've seen 6. I also have not seen A Complete Unknown. I don't know anyone our age who has.
Jonathan.
Mm.
Who's editing
Mentally
this
our
episode,
age.
and he didn't care for it.
Wow.
Whoa.
What about the performance though?
He didn't care for it.
Wow.
Not to out you, Jonathan.
Damn.
Damn. No, we got him.
We're gonna right out the gate. I want to talk about what is collectively
Sad.
a top movie of the year for us.
Sad.
We
Oh my
love
God.
Conclave.
God,
Jesus
Conclave
fucking
me.
Christ.
Conclave Hive in the fucking
Oh
building
my
over
God.
here.
What a movie.
Voldemort can do no wrong. I'm saying his name all over again. It's nuts. It's nuts how good that movie fucking was. So I didn't know about it at all. I was just like, oh, this is the young Pope movie.
It kind of flew a little bit for our
That's-
age people.
Yeah.
Not in the cinema world.
Yeah.
People kind of didn't care about
Didn't
it.
care about it. I was like, okay, so they're choosing a new Pope. How could that be interesting? It is
Kids.
so riveting. It is so full of weird politics and
Beautiful.
espionage in a way, and it's fucking stunning.
I said last night, if you like The Bachelor,
Yes.
but you also like
If you like a game show,
12 Angry Men,
yes.
then you're gonna fucking love Conclave.
You
Jeez.
missed one. If you like Mean Girls,
Mean Girls.
these are the cuntiest old men you have ever seen in
my
your
God.
life.
It's men at their realist form.
Yes.
can
Because
I-
they're about to die. Like, they're
Purest
all
power.
going for the job that will kill them
Yes.
eventually.
This is a bunch of cunty priests who are cardinals who are trying to
Excuse you.
trying to be the next pope, and you have like backstabbing and intrigue and
Secrets.
twists and secrets, and you have the Tucci.
The two.
Tooch is in, baby. The fucking.
I want to hear from
Bro.
both of you. You texted us that it made you very horny.
Oh my God. Okay, the first 30 minutes of this movie, I'm like, do I like old daddies? Like, what the fuck? I've never been into older guys, but suddenly I'm wet.
Yeah.
And I'm confused.
The evil Italian guy was the most
Tedesco?
attractive.
There's
Tedesco.
something about
This
a guy
dude
who is
keeps-
so dripped in swag and power hungry.
Yeah.
Like, it's the evilest of man.
He's so evil, but every time Tedesco hits his vape in that movie,
God.
it makes
you
me
heard us.
titter. I giggle.
He has a fucking vape.
A pope with a vape.
So funny. And then, like, what's so cool about it too is that this is an adult movie. It's a drama. It's almost a thriller,
Rated PG.
which is so weird and
Yeah.
crazy.
They probably
But it's
didn't even
so
put the rating on the fucking poster.
It's just so funny, and you watch it with a crowd, and people are gasping and laughing and shocked, and then like there's twists, but not twists that feel cheap.
Yeah.
And Garrick, you just watched it.
I just watched
You're
it.
still high.
I'm still high off of it.
Can you say what you told us?
Say it.
That's it's top 5 for me.
And we said of the year.
Of the year?
And I said I've ever seen.
That's
Ever.
crazy.
Because so there is, I feel like, a weird. Has anybody seen the Humble video that Kendrick did?
I was just gonna say it
Yeah.
felt like a Kendrick
It's
video.
it feels like a Kendrick video. It feels like a PG Lang video.
Yes!
Dave Free really gets his shots off in that video. But I feel like the Humble video and the color contrast that the PG Lang team usually goes for Kendrick videos. Like the music video for Count Me Out with Kendrick, he is in a therapy session with Helen Mirren.
Oh, yes.
And it is just like he's in black and white. The entire interview is in black and white. The entire therapy session is in black and white. And it is split on both sides as they look at each other. And in the middle, it is just this pop of just so many different colors. And every single shot or every different vignette has like a pop of a color scheme and whatnot. Like there's one with him in red and there's one with like a sea of people in blue and all of that stuff. That's what this movie felt like all the way fucking through. And I think it is the like Catholicification of cinema and of this movie.
Bro,
and I
it
think
felt
it
like
is
Louis Vuitton.
Yeah,
like it
was
felt
like
like
a-
designer
it's
luxury.
It was a
sick.
renaissance.
I promise you, if you're listening, you will fucks with this movie.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
if you're like, oh, Oscar movies are too stuffy, no, this
It
one's
wasn't
a
stuffy
fucking
at all.
hoot.
It was a thriller
It
of
wasn't-
people talking in a
Yes.
room.
Yeah.
You want to
Yes.
see Garrick freak out?
Yeah.
So this movie has two of the best shots literally I've ever seen in my life.
Oh,
Fuck
yeah.
yes.
There's one of them sitting in an auditorium, like under spotlight. Some of the most interesting staging.
Oh
There's a
my
shot
God.
with umbrellas. If
can't
you know,
even.
you know. And Garrick said that he's picking it for everything. Garrick,
Is
this
it
movie
winning
was,
cinematography?
it was not nominated for cinema.
Yeah, that's fucking nuts. That is fucking stupid.
What?
That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my goddamn life.
It's so crazy to me
Did
because
they not watch the movie?
it's so crazy to me.
What? You're gonna fucking tell me Emilia Perez?
Why are you saying it like that?
Mostly because I almost bit my
Because
tongue.
she saw the accent mark.
Yeah. How
Yeah,
is
it's
this not nominated?
deeply infuriating.
Production design? At least production design. It's
Yeah.
nominated. Holy fuck.
Yeah, and I mean, Edward Berger, I thought directed the fuck out of this movie. I
Yeah.
would have loved to see him
You
nominated.
just get so
And
many
he
heavy
didn't get nominated
hitters.
for best director. That's okay. So this is actually very upsetting.
Yeah.
This is actually extremely upsetting.
I'm not okay
I don't
with this
understand
information.
how. What? Okay,
It's one of the most beautiful movies I think I've ever seen.
in my life.
Yeah.
To where like when you think the word best picture. Like if you pause it at any fucking point during the movie,
best
it is the best
picture.
picture. It is the literal best picture.
There's not a bad frame.
There's not a bad frame.
No.
Every frame of painting, all
Yeah.
of that shit, and it is
so
like
fucking good.
it is
I
you
can't
know art
believe.
in motion. It is like the Renaissance painting of it all, and I feel like a lot of people love to do this whole thing where it's just like my film is so heady and so grandiose and so beautiful and whatnot that it deserves to be respected because of all of the things that I'm going for. But there is also something to be said for entertainment's sake. And this is like but
this is a movie that is good and serious and well crafted and fucking entertaining.
entertaining.
I want you to imagine constantly having thoughts, frankly, disturbing and out of character, so much so that they paralyze you with fear and anxiety, and your entire existence feels like it's about trying to just make them go away. What I'm describing is OCD, and as someone with OCD, I can tell you it's not something to trivialize or joke about. Let's talk about OCD. It is serious and highly misunderstood. It's a condition that causes people to get stuck in a cycle of stressful, unwanted thoughts and repetitive behaviors, which can become debilitating. Intrusive thoughts are usually disturbing and stressful, and with compulsions, you find yourself stuck in these repetitive physical or mental behaviors. There's a lot that's misunderstood about it, and there's a stigma. A lot of people don't know they have it, feel shame about their symptoms, and suffer in silence. And it's really difficult to find help. Not every therapist understands OCD or is qualified to treat it effectively, which can make it difficult to find the right help. OCD is highly treatable with a specialized type of therapy called ERP, or exposure and response prevention. Just doing general talk therapy is not recommended for OCD and frankly can often make it worse. With No CD, you can do live virtual ERP therapy with licensed therapists who specialize in ERP and OCD, so they truly understand what you're going through, even the symptoms that feel hard to talk about. No CD also makes this life-changing treatment affordable. They accept over 60 insurance plans, enabling over 155 million Americans to access evidence-based treatment at No CD covered by insurance. Between therapy sessions, you're going to have No CD's powerful in-app support so you can message your therapist and use a number of tools at any time. If you relate to any of this, or if you want to help a loved one who's struggling, you can learn more by booking a free 15-minute call with No CD. Just go to nocd.com to schedule your free call and get connected with someone who can help.
There is a line that we all try to hit whenever we're trying to make things, where it's just like, if you wanted me to be as abstract and as beautiful as humanly possible, you wouldn't like this movie.
Right.
It wouldn't be like a movie that people would sit down and be like, oh, I actually wow, this is really something to watch. We should put this in every film school that's ever existed, because just sitting here and watching this, I'm learning a lot and blah, blah, blah. Will I watch it a second time? Fucking no. I will watch this movie 7 times. Because it is so accurately on both ends of that spectrum.
I'm so happy.
that is that's what you aim for, and it comes across every 10 years.
It's 2 hours long, and I didn't have a phone the entire time.
It is exactly 2 hours long.
And I didn't look away. Like in the quiet, subtle moments where my mind would normally go, who cares?
Yeah.
There's so much silence. I was like, what is happening?
What is happening?
What are
these men gossiping about? Why can't I hear Ralph Fiennes' breathing the entire time?
Scene where he was just breathing the whole time.
I was like,
is it in sound design? Is it in anything? Sound.
I've been texting these two, begging them to watch this movie for
weeks.
Months.
Yeah, and we've been like, we're getting to it.
The gratification I feel right now is so beautiful.
Pissed.
Are we giving it? Okay, but like to be in our thing, are we giving it Best Picture?
Can I tell you a story first?
Please.
Because that'll segue us well.
It should be the most nominated film on this list.
Can I tell you guys a cool story?
Please.
So the movie ends.
Yeah.
Credits hit. I see produced by Michael Jackman. That's my fucking cousin.
What?
What the fuck?
I'm sorry.
That's your cousin?
And I had.
What do you mean?
It's my mom's second cousin. Like he's not a close relative, but this is the man who literally changed my life.
What do you mean?
If he's listening, shout out to Michael.
You found out about him.
He's if you know my story about being in the Eternal Sunshine edit bay as a kid. That was Michael.
I didn't know that.
That is like the thing that solidified for me that I wanted to
do film,
tell stories for the rest of my life.
Why don't you talk to him anymore?
I do. Did
you text him?
I texted him immediately and I said, "You just made my favorite movie of the year. What the fuck?"
What did he say?
He said, "Thank you so much."
Wow.
He said more than that. We talked more than that, but
I had no idea.
And now he's nominated for Best Picture, and it is so.
That's so.
So wait, if he's the producer, will he be up there when they win?
Yeah.
So this is
he gets a statue.
Conclave is a dark horse contender for Best Picture. For my money, there are 3 movies this year that I would be happy with winning Best Picture. Obviously, for personal reasons, how cool would it be to see him win?
Yeah.
But Conclave is not currently the favorite.
Wow.
For you or in general?
In general,
it's definitely not the favorite in general.
It's the dark horse.
It's the dark horse,
but it could. The favorite right now, which is insane to me. Not because I don't love it.
I don't think you're right though. What you're about to say. Say it.
I'm always right.
A podcast by Zach Kornfeld.
The front runner out of nowhere is Anora.
Oh,
wow. One of my absolute favorite movies
Yes.
of the year. This movie came out at the beginning of the year. It was thought left for dead. I mean, this is just if you're following award season politics.
Yes.
And there was no clear front runner for the whole season. People didn't fucking know. Emilia Perez, which is garbage. And we'll talk about it.
The front runner, and then once it got bumped, Anora came through.
And now Anora has won the PGA, the WGA, and the SAG Award. And typically, when you win all three, you're winning Best Picture.
Yeah,
same
voter
I'd be happy
pool.
with that. I love Sean
love
Baker.
this movie.
Yeah.
Do you remember Sean Baker came to talk to us at BuzzFeed?
Yeah.
No,
After I think Tangerine, he
I remember that.
Yeah,
oh wait,
because we were all asking and like curious about how to shoot on iPhones, right?
Yeah.
Or, like,
Right.
how to do
How did they
low
do
budget
that?
filmmaking.
who got
And then
that?
he came and talked.
Who
to me.
pulled
I
that?
think it was Zay, right?
probably Zay.
Yeah.
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 So we had a private Q&A with Academy Award nominee and maybe soon to be winner, Sean
He
Baker.
was
Yeah.
also Florida Project for people that don't know.
This to me, I mean, like, I love Sean Baker's movies.
Yeah.
This to me is such a step up from anything he's ever done. I think this movie is a fucking revelation. The way that it deftly navigates different tones and tonal shifts in the movie while
It was
still
hilarious to
feeling
me.
cohesive.
Yeah.
It is
It's a
hilarious.
comedy.
It's exciting. It's heartbreaking. It's a
Ugh.
tragedy. It is a movie about the American myth, which is a common theme this year across
Yeah.
movies.
Brutalist. Conclave, I guess.
Yeah.
It is Mikey
Political
Madison
films.
is a revelation. The writing is fantastic. The editing is fantastic. I love this movie
That man
so
knows how to
much.
cast the fuck out of a film.
Yeah.
He knows how to direct the fuck out of a film.
Yeah,
I would
because-
be thrilled if he won.
Full disclosure, I haven't seen Anora yet. I feel so bad.
Buddy.
The screener is at the house, and I just haven't watched
It's
it.
fun.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like, I'm
I
such
think
a
that's
dumb
what
dumb
it
for not
was.
watching.
It begins as a rom-com and then becomes Home Alone.
Yeah.
I need to see that.
Garrett, it
It's-
becomes a madcap comedy.
It's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah, I need to. Yeah, because that's what I love about Parasite, where it starts off as like a very like lighthearted, funny family comedy, and then it just like that ding dong starts, and it turns into a full on horror movie.
Yeah.
I
The
can't wait to hear your
performances
reaction.
top to bottom in this,
Yeah.
like Yura Borislav is so I just want to hug that man.
What a shining light, because he presented his character in a way where I was like, what a fun little side moment this is.
Oh, you're
and
gonna
he
fall in
turns
love,
into
Garrick.
talk about a star was born.
can't
This
wait.
man, do you think he's gonna win supporting?
No, I know he's not.
Who do you think?
Kieran
Our
Our boy
Culkin.
Kieran.
Kieran Culkin.
A real, I mean, okay, if we're just starting to jump around now, a real pain. I adored. I think Kieran Culkin is going to win,
Yeah.
both because of politics, also because it's an insanely incredible performance. Jesse Eisenberg, I want to see him win Best Original Screenplay.
yeah.
I loved this movie. I think his screenplay is a revelation. I know you guys haven't seen it, but great
I've
movie.
heard
And
enough to know it's good enough.
It's a great.
But if Anora wins Best Picture, it'll probably win Original Screenplay. As well,
Yeah.
right?
There's an interesting correlation where usually it's the movie that it's like editing and Best Picture are correlated on like if you don't also win director.
Right.
It's like some weird.
That's fair, because I do feel like Get Out won a Best Original Screenplay and then didn't win Best Picture, and I feel like this is a trend, and what I tend to like lean towards with POC nominees in general, with like Emmys, Oscars, so on and so forth. I feel like a lot of voters want to vote for the person of color, but not the thing that they created.
Totally.
So whenever they could award Jordan Peele, they were just like, listen.
And that's why
let's-
Jesse Eisenberg is going to win.
That's why Jesse Eisenberg's going to win, because he is technically a person of color. Look at how curly his hair is.
Yes.
Clearly. Anyway, but no, I feel like that tends to happen. So maybe original screenplay will go to. Yes,
yes.
So we
Well,
think
it's like- and then
screenplay a real pain.
I mean, that's my vote. It's such a great, but I mean, it's a stacked category. There's
Yeah.
a lot of great scripts. I don't want to disagree that it's about race, because I agree, but also the best screenplay winners, original screenplay winners over the last couple of years. It feels like it's like this is the movie that's the coolest, but we don't have the balls to give it
the thing. Right. So maybe The Substance would win best original screenplay.
Can we just talk about that for a minute?
We already did a whole episode on The Substance. You know,
I don't need to talk about the movie. I need to talk about it winning.
Well, I can't believe. Okay, I'm going to let you cook.
I think. Okay, so
I keep forgetting that it's nominated for best director. It's insane.
We need her. We need her to keep making movies.
I think she should win best director.
No way.
I think she would win.
But I
she's
would
not
love
going to
it.
win best director. Oh boy, from Sean Baker will probably win. But
the real chance we have here is Demi Moore.
Demi Moore winning best actress, an Oscar that is 40 years overdue or whatever.
No,
it is.
it's not.
I think she's incredible.
She's been in a lot of stuff.
Remember when she shaved her head before like any woman would?
G.I. Jane, right?
Don't hear what I'm not saying. I love Demi Moore, but she has not given a performance even close to this before.
She was married to Bruce Willis. That's a performance enough.
Yeah, that's true.
She'd give her a fucking trophy. Give her some hardware.
You know what? I've always known the name Demi Moore, but I don't know if I've seen a lot of her films, and I feel really bad about that.
She's in Charlie's Angels Full Throttle.
Yeah, I know.
You just, once you see it, you'd be like, oh, there she is.
Yeah, and it feels fucked up because this is the thing that she consistently goes against, but she is, you know, the whole, her like thing was like, they called her a popcorn actress, and maybe during her entire run of like being that person, her movies were on like TNT and whatnot.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
Do we think speaking of The Substance, do we think it's going to get anything in terms of visual, or I guess it's not up for visual effects, but makeup and hair?
Is there a
stay actress?
But think about the makeup and hair.
I think it will win makeup. Yeah.
You think over Wicked?
Yeah, I do.
Over, well, I guess Conclave's not.
I just think of the prosthetics that it's,
Makeup.
I think.
I feel like they're going to give it to Wicked.
Let's talk about the big category.
She literally turned into a Spy
The fact
Kids
that you
3D.
think hair and makeup and costume is not a big category like hurts my
Well, we
heart,
were
and
on
I'm
it's a
going
huge-
to harp on it
we were-
for
it's
the
a
women.
huge
in
category.
the
We were
room.
no, I know, but we were on the best actors category, which is the biggest category
We're
of the night.
popping around.
Okay,
We're
okay.
popping
Yeah,
around.
yeah.
We can go back to
This
best
is why
picture.
we're ending the show.
Because we can't
Hilarious.
agree. Me and Zach can't agree on a single
Oscar
format.
categories. I do think that Nickel Boys will win adapted screenplay for the same reason that I noted earlier. Sorry.
disagree.
Oh, well, look at that.
What do you think will?
I don't know. I
You
think
just wanna
Conclave. I actually
disagree?
haven't seen Nickel Boys.
Oh.
Can we talk about best actress though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Best actress to me is the most stacked category of the night. It is
Cynthia
one where
Erivo.
I could see it going several ways. Demi Moore is hard to root against. I think it is such a win for genre,
Yeah.
and like they also tend to give it to people that like
Also,
legends.
Also for fucking sci-fi. Sorry to cut you off.
100%.
I think that's like a sci-fi actress winning. I think that this movie is like very, very good, hard sci-fi.
It's important.
It's important sci-fi.
Yeah.
and then it encourages. So go ahead.
You do know just in the same way of like not only genre, but in the same way that it that Severance is you know taking everything by storm right now, with it being like very grounded in reality but subtle. But
Weird.
the existence of this one thing shifts reality so hard. And I think that that's really good sci-fi in the same way that you talk about zombie movies being an allegory for what's going on in society right now. I do think that sci-fi has the power to do that, especially with like really, really subtle, devices or whatever. So I really do love if it is rewarded in some way.
Well, it
shape,
already
or
has
form.
been. It's been nominated. It's nominated for picture, director. Like that's insane. And if she wins, I mean, already I think it's done this by being so nominated. This is the kind of shit that then encourages other A-listers to take a swing on that horror film, on that sci-fi project, which then helps them get funded. Like, I know that this shit, at the end of the day, the Oscars don't matter. It's fun for us to talk about, and like, obviously it means a lot to the people who win, but like, it does
it
matter.
means a shit ton to the people.
It does.
They get to add, what they say? They get to add a zero to their
at
checks.
the end of their check. But like, it also means
asking
something
prices.
for what movies get made.
Right.
But this category, like, I think Mikey Madison would make total sense as a winner. I want to talk about, I'm frankly stunned that Cynthia Erivo has left the conversation.
Yes.
It's crazy to me. And there was a point where I thought we were going to see a wicked sweep.
Yeah.
And at this point, I'm going to say the thing that's going to hurt everyone listening. I do not think Ariana Grande is winning an Oscar.
No.
Best supporting, we have a complete unknown she's Monica Barbaro is getting a lot of conversation Felicity Jones, the Brutalist,
It's going
Isabella
to Zoe
Rossellini,
Saldana.
and Zoe Saldana, which I feel like I might be the only Emilia Perez fan in the room.
You keep saying Perez, very weird.
Perez.
Again,
What am I supposed to say?
Perez.
Isn't it Perez?
I don't know.
I think it's Perez the way it's
I
said.
think it's technically like you roll the R, like Perez or something.
Perez.
Why do you think it's Perez?
Because that's how they were saying it at the premiere that I went to. Not bragging, but that's why it was
She
so
went
much
to the
fun.
premiere.
Okay, then you know what? I defer to you.
So much
So
fun.
that is also cheating a little bit to watch a movie in the premiere because it,
With, like,
it definitely with
400
How did
everybody.
you get invited to the premiere?
Exactly. I
Yeah.
don't know how I got invited.
Netflix,
Maybe because
right?
queer.
Queer,
Queer.
queer,
And
Fire.
musical.
beautiful.
And it was so fun. When I
Yeah.
tell you that theater was a riotous.
It's the best.
I mean, what a misleading way to watch a
Yeah.
movie. Because if I would have sat at home and tried to watch this on Netflix, I'd be like, we'd be having a fucking
Yeah.
Bahubali time.
Yeah, everybody listening, if you have the chance to go to a movie's premiere, is that a fucked up thing to say to somebody?
No, it's just funny.
If you have a chance to go, people are like, yeah.
Yeah, when?
No shit.
Yeah, no, so I know this is fucked up. So what I'm saying is that there
Rick
are
goes to a lot of premieres.
Yeah,
okay,
no, I don't.
He's in the movies.
No, I don't.
He's in the cinema.
what I'm talking
If
about
your
is
agent
that
gives you an email and says, "Hey,
No.
would you like to go to James Cameron's
When you're
newest
in the
There
film?"
are
influencer
fucking-
Liz.
So no, because I've been before all of this in college. There were like premieres.
Oh, really?
in
well,
in
you grew up in LA.
Yeah.
If you're in LA, they
Yeah.
just invite you. They just walk around. It's like, hey, would you like to see this movie? And then they need seat fillers. They need people who are fans of so on and so forth. But I will say, that is the best viewing experience
Yeah.
for
Always.
a movie.
Yeah.
It is so fun. Everybody is happy to be there. Everybody is laughing at all of the jokes. Everybody's crying at all of the deep, dramatic moments.
Yeah.
It's the fucking. It really does spoil your idea of how good the movie
Yes,
was.
and it did.
And I'm sure
It
that
fully
that
did.
happened.
And I feel like we'd be remiss not to just at least mention how Carla shot the entire
Oh,
movie in the foot.
No, I'm incredibly grateful for her.
Oh,
because this
okay.
is one of the biggest piece of shit movies I've ever seen in my life,
Hilarious.
and I will refuse to let us talk about it for another second. This woman sucks. Obviously, her tweets are awful and everything.
Yeah, she
but
seems
her
like a bad
going
bitch.
on this
Oh, I haven't
rampage
heard.
has hurt this movie's chances, and I am forever grateful
You
for her
are
bigotry.
so
I haven't
thrilled.
heard-
I
What was-
fucking hate this movie
What was she bigot?
with the deepest
She was her
depths of my
bigot.
heart. Who she was hateful against everyone. She said horrible things about every
This is the
race,
lead
color,
actress?
creed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's
She's Emilia.
also the first trans woman ever nominated, was the front runner to win, and
She was not the front runner one.
She was talked about.
Guys,
No,
I
I'm
hate
not
this
platforming
movie.
this. I'm talking more about how it's domino affected into it is now not going to be
well,
anything.
and people hate Netflix, so they don't want to see them win. But this movie somehow got 12 nominations, 13. It is the worst musical I've ever
director.
seen.
That's not true.
The music is bad.
No,
It is
it's not.
offensive
Penis
to
and
Mexicans. It's
vagina.
offensive. It's offensive to trans people.
I
It's
think
a-
it was a split decision.
It is
Carla
a.
is trans. Is
Yeah.
Is she not?
Yeah, but doesn't mean the writing's good. The
hilarious.
message of the movie is basically you're still the man you always were. It is a deeply offensive movie. But honestly, I cannot believe that a turd like that was nominated for so many awards, and I hope it wins nothing. But congratulations, Zoe Saldana, on your win. You were great in Avatar.
You were great.
I'm going to
She was
pretend
great.
that you won for Neytiri.
Hey, that is gonna be a legacy win.
I'll vote for her performance in Lioness alone because she's fucking fantastic in that show.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll pretend that the Oscar is for her
Yes,
for her
Any
Emmy.
of those
for her
things.
Emmy. Yes, that she
Okay.
deserves.
If you can't tell, I hate this movie.
Yeah, we know.
So funny.
But it does have the wonderful line, penis to vagina, and that's a banger.
Yeah.
Penis to vagina.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
I mean, I've skimmed it. If that makes any.
You got to sit
Garrick,
down and watch
I think
it.
I literally think that your body would turn inside out.
Turn off the Magic the Gathering.
I think
Your organ-
I will not turn off Magic the
Turn
Gathering.
on.
Your
all
intestines-
That's my
Perez.
pleasure this week. Everybody play MTG.
Your
Anyway,
intestines, Garrick, would crawl out
Yeah.
from inside you, out your throat, wrap around your neck, and
Yeah.
strangle you to the
It's
light leaves
not
your
for
eyes.
you.
It's not for me at all. As soon as the
It's talking
first,
to you.
As soon as the first thing broke out in the song, I didn't know it was a musical. I did not appreciate the musical spy nature of it.
Yeah.
Just tell me the thing is a musical.
They Wonka'd you.
I think that's why people like. First of all, Europeans seem to love it. I don't know why. And like it took.
Well, it's made by a German man.
The French, I thought French. But it like took the award circuit by storm. I think because of the surprise of it, of like on paper, it's crazy. I should love this. It's a musical about a trans cartel leader. It's like, whoa,
that's a really good premise.
It's a great premise.
In general,
movie sucks. Don't watch it. What's next?
We haven't talked at all about actors in leading role. Should we go to that?
Well, okay. Can I actually take 1 second? A movie that I know you guys haven't seen, so I'll only hit it quickly. The Brutalist is an absolute revelation, and it is my pick for many things. It is. I wouldn't be mad to see Adrian Brody win Best Actor. I wouldn't be mad to see Brady Corbett to win Best Director. I wouldn't be mad to see it win Best Picture. It is a. Watch that movie.
You want to reward AI? You fucking
that is so overblown.
You son of a bitch. No.
There was like a story about them using like technology to like fix his accent a little bit. I think it's so overblown.
Isn't that like all of Dune is like that technology?
Is it?
No, they like literally they changed his accent to sound more accurately Hungarian.
Huh.
It's a small story that was overblown.
It's a pitch thing. Who cares?
Yeah,
Who cares? Let him pitch his voice. Anyway, sorry.
This movie is like so deeply rich and bold and big, and you come out of it feeling like you just absorbed a really great book. There's so much in it. It is a movie that I have not stopped thinking about since I saw it. I've weirdly seen a lot of people online talk. It's split into two halves. It has an intermission. This is a long movie. It's a 3.5 hour movie.
Damn.
Doesn't feel it when you watch it, but it does have an intermission so you can pee. And I've seen a lot of people talking that they don't like the second half as much as the first. I think that's insane. Yeah. The second half of the movie is where the entire meaning lies, especially the epilogue. I think it ends on what is the most deeply cynical line I've ever seen in a movie, and I mean that as a compliment. Wow. A line that renders your understanding of the entire movie about it's a movie about the American myth and how the American dream is a sham, and then in my reading of it, so too is something like Zionism, so too the way that people want to own your work and the immigrant experience, and they co-opt its messaging for their own desires and the stories they're trying to tell. And it has some of the most beautiful cinematography. The soundtrack is a banger. My pick for best score. I think the Brutalist is one of the most rewarding movies you will see, not just this year, this decade.
Is the score better than Conclave's 3 notes?
Yes. The score is like a revelation.
Okay.
And is also storytelling.
Okay.
And so I would not be mad to see it win Best Picture, but as far as I'm concerned, Anora, Conclave, Brutalist, any of those winning as many awards as possible, and I will be a happy boy.
And you're going with Adrian Brody for leading.
I haven't seen A Complete Unknown. No, I mean, let's talk about Timmy Chalamet.
Timmy boy.
None of us have seen A Complete Unknown.
Like I said, I don't think anyone our age cares. And you're the music guy, so what the fuck's your excuse?
It's just, I haven't, because I've been out of town, and it's not playing at home yet, I just haven't been able to make it to the theater.
I also don't know enough about Bob Dylan to watch his biopic.
Same.
I feel bad for not knowing much about him. I do love that every time I heard this, I forget, a friend of mine told me, every time Bob Dylan won a Grammy, he would say, you should have given this to Smokey Robinson, because he's the greatest poet of our generation. I love that. But other than, Bob Dylan he's missed me a little bit, because with music, or like with any vocal production, I literally just listen for a voice. Or I'm just like, and he's a folk singer. He's a folk singer.
Yeah.
He's kind of.
I'm going to say something bold. Timmy Chalamet has had, we've all witnessed, obviously one of the greatest campaigns of all time.
Yeah.
Being a weirdo, like, he's been so fun to watch. Obviously, we would love to see him win just because this is the same year he acted in Dune.
Yeah.
I would have wanted him to be nominated twice.
And we would have been happy.
I would have been fucking ecstatic.
Has anyone ever been nominated for two times in 1 year?
I don't know.
I don't know. That would have been cool, though.
That would have been cool.
I feel
But
like
Timmy
I've
can do
never
it.
Yeah,
And
he
here's
can.
all of this praise And I would like Timothy to lose because I don't want him to stop swinging.
Yeah, I think he
That's
needs
fair.
to
He
earn
should
his
keep on-
stripes.
If he fucking learns how to sing
Yeah.
and play guitar and goes on SNL doing a musical performance as Bob Dylan and he still loses, Timmy is going to.
He's gonna
Oh
lose his
my
mind.
God,
He's gonna go
rage.
full.
Yeah.
He's gonna go full
rage.
Chalamet.
He's
Leonardo
fucking,
DiCaprio.
what's it called in Dune? Hababali.
What?
Lisa Nagali.
Lisa Nagali.
Lisa Nagali.
He's good. I said Bahubali, didn't I?
Bahubali, yes, he did. Lisa Nagali.
He's Lisa Nagali.
Like how much where will he go from here?
He's
What
done so
depth?
much in such little time.
Such little time. So from Lady
Should've-
Bird, I remember when I saw him in that, I was like, I don't know what about
a
this kid is
dork.
great,
He's
but I
shining.
feel like he's sensational in this movie.
Yeah. I remember him with the Steve Carell movie, and that's when I was like, oh, this boy about to be
Wait, what's
somebody.
Steve Carell movie?
Where he's the addict little boy, about a boy, my son, about a son boy. Little broken boy, sad boy.
I kind of spaced out for a second.
I know what you mean though.
The Steve Carell, Timothy Chalamet
Yeah.
movie.
Where his son
Sad
is like-
son boy.
Yeah, Sad Son Boy.
Sad
Yeah.
son boy. I think that's when I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's-
hello, him as Elio in the.
Call me, not
Yeah.
call me by-
I was
Call me
gonna-
by your name.
How crazy that Kieran Culkin's gonna beat out Jeremy Strong in the same
Oh, I'm
category.
so glad you said it.
Sucks.
I'm so glad you said it.
I love it though because Jeremy Strong has been getting all of them, all of the Emmys, and he's been beating him every time. Has he not?
Yeah.
It's not the
Kieran
last
won
one.
the last
He
The
time.
won
last
the
one.
last
They gave it
so
to
he's just
him.
gonna be like, oh, it's a changing of the guard.
Yeah.
I'm the succession daddy now.
I am the favorite boy.
I'm
I
the
just want to
favorite
see what
boy.
Jeremy's going to wear.
oh,
He's gonna wear something.
fuck.
Wild.
I mean,
Now we're talking about the important
Yeah.
stuff.
now we're
also-
talking about, can't talk about hair and makeup.
Yeah. I also feel like Jeremy Strong doesn't care that much.
No, he doesn't give a
He
shit.
doesn't give a shit. He doesn't care about this part of it. I think that he
He'd
cares
be embarrassed to
about.
win an Oscar. He'd be like,
Yeah.
ugh.
He would get so method up there, and he would probably do like the Andre Fike thing, and then just go up and say
Play a flute.
thank you, and then leave.
Yeah.
So
It'd
baller.
be fire.
This is just a small thing that I want to hit while we're here in Best Supporting Actor. There's a thing this year more than any year that I can remember where they are abusing the supporting actor category. I
Yeah.
don't hate the player, I hate the game, but Kieran Culkin is the lead of that film.
Yeah.
He is a co-lead of that film. Zoe Saldana is the lead
in
of that film.
Well,
Yeah.
she isn't. She is.
She's
No,
not the name.
supporting actress.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
So I'm like, guys, what are we doing here?
What is Zoe
Oh.
Saldana's? What is her
role?
role in?
She's the FBI detective.
Okay, got it.
Lady.
Got it. She's. I mean,
Wait,
listen,
the
man.
FBI detective. Lady.
Yeah.
She a
She's
detective?
She's a lawyer.
And Emilia Perez.
Oh, she's the FBI lawyer.
Oh. Either way,
She has
every
nothing to do
time-
with the
lawyer.
FBI. The
Every
FBI
time-
is not a,
She's like undercover lawyer.
Yeah.
but there's no FBI.
She
is
was.
the lead of
She's
the
the
movie.
lawyer.
The movie
She
is
is the
lead.
lead. That's the important part.
Yeah.
She honestly Carla Fuckhead is probably more
Sophia
of
Garçon.
a
Funny.
is more of a
Honestly,
supporting.
more supporting than lead to me in that
Yeah.
movie.
But you
Even
can't
though-
do that when that's
Yeah.
the first person you see in the movie.
Yeah.
So.
which is Zoe Saldana.
Oh,
Yeah.
it is.
And by the way, A Complete Unknown begins and ends on Kieran Culkin's face. I'm sorry, not A Complete Unknown.
A real pain.
Like,
A
real-
pain.
what?
A Real Pain literally begins
Yeah, he's
and
the
ends
pain.
on his face with the title next to his face.
That's
And
fine.
he's
Both
still
times.
supporting.
Yeah.
So who plays opposite him?
Jesse Eisenberg.
Jesse Eisenberg.
And he's not nominated
No.
except for direct.
He's
Dang.
for Best Original
original
Screenplay.
screenplay.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And it's a phenomenal script. It's just great.
Also, Jesse Eisenberg, very funny. He,
I've
just
loved watching his
Yeah.
clips.
Yeah,
Of this award circuit.
His award circuit. He's so funny. He's very, very
such
quick.
a he's meant to do this kind
Yeah,
of shit.
yeah. He's meant to do this, and I didn't know he started off doing sketches, and I love that.
I need you guys to see The Brutalist. I'm just kind
I
of
want to
looking
watch.
Yeah, I'm
You've
watching.
inspired me to
I just,
maybe
was
start
looking
it
at
Is
tonight.
it
cinema-
on anything or
No,
gotta
and
go
I
see it?
promise you,
It's not.
if you try and watch it at home, you will not watch it.
Okay.
Fuck. Maybe we go see that this weekend.
So
instead
like
of the
I
monkey
love
film.
brutalist architecture. And so like that's why I love Dune's aesthetic so much. And if it is about I know it's about an architect, right?
It's about Brutalist architecture.
It is about brutalist
Which is funny because
architecture.
I hate Brutalist architecture.
Oh, I
but
fucking love it.
Sorry, what's brutalist architect?
Brutalism was go ahead.
Yeah, it's just cement. That's all I was gonna say.
It was a post-war aesthetic, or it came out of Germany, I think,
and it's
before
real
the war.
smooth.
Minimalistic.
No, not smooth. It's very blocky. It's
Oh.
it's like meant to not have focus on the object, but rather the
The whole.
sign or
Right.
the scenery around it. It's like
I don't I'm just gonna not say this on air, but
Did anyone see Nosferatu?
yes,
You saw it? Was it horny? I like that lead. He reminds me of Henny.
the lead.
Who's the guy?
Fucking
The brother.
the brother, the guy, the
guy.
um,
What's his name?
he plays Beast.
Alex Skarsgård.
Oh, Alex Skarsgård. Oh, no,
The brother. Yeah.
Yeah, Alex Skarsgård.
What's his name?
Skarsgård.
The other Skarsgård. Not Alex. What's the other one?
There's Bill. There's
Simon.
Steven.
Is it Bill Skarsgård?
No, Bill. It is Bill.
Justin.
Yeah, he
It's Bill.
hot. He fine.
Really?
Yeah.
You're nuts.
Yeah, I am.
You're fucking. You
I'm
want to
fucking crazy,
You want to
bro.
fuck demons. He looks weird.
Yeah, I do.
He looks weird. I
Once
will
again, I'll
say
try anything
that
once.
whole family. He is the runt of the litter.
Yeah, and that's what makes him the hottest. It's just
that-
like the fucking weird one in the corner. Like,
he looks bad. He looks
I'm
weird.
it. I think it's Bill.
By
It
the
is-
way,
it is
though,
Bill.
a shout out to
But
Nosferatu. Like, what? Talk about a year for genre. Like,
God,
yeah.
right? That's what is kind of fun about all of this. Like,
Yeah.
look at our best picture. Like, could not be more opposite. At least we're not getting a whole bunch of fucking same, but different.
Same.
Bro, that's Henny. He's so
Bill
hot.
Skarsgård.
But
It's like Bill
different.
Bill Skarsgård is your boyfriend if your boyfriend saw death,
Yes.
I don't know. He's got resting bitch face.
but he's got
I
like
think
sunken eyes, like he's haunted.
Yeah.
You're describing Henny.
Did you also know that he doesn't need makeup to do the it smile, the
That's-
Pennywise smile?
That's
like
like
Jim
Jim
Carrey.
Carrey.
Yeah.
Jinx. The Grinch tattoo. Terrifying.
Terrifying.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Yeah.
So here's a question: do we think like is Wicked? What is it going to win?
Anything?
I think it's gonna maybe get visual over
it-
Dune.
No, because Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes probably would win.
Fuck, the monkey movie.
Yeah.
That's the one monkey movie I have no interest in ever
visual-
seeing.
You
effects.
should watch it because that run of movies, I feel like, is quietly the best film franchise that we have.
Don't
Okay,
say
so
that
wait.
when
By the way,
Fast
and
and
I
Furious
don't
exists.
disagree, but then so does that mean that you think that Dune Part 2 is going to go home empty-handed?
I do think so.
I think it's been
Lightly.
too
It might
long.
get sound. It might get sound.
Might get sound.
like it sounds.
But Dune winning, it's part 2. So the
There you
first
go.
one winning stuff, I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's what you should do. But it is more of the thing that we've seen.
Mm.
Except
if
for
Denny sticks the landing with number 3, give
will.
it the Return of the King treatment.
He will.
Yeah.
Give it 10 Oscars. I want to give a second to talk about animation because we do have Garrick here.
Oh fuck. Yes.
I started watching Flow last night. I tried to get
What's
it in.
Flow?
It's a movie about a fucking cat. That's all you need to know.
A cat?
Yeah.
A cat.
You love
A
cats.
cat. I do love cats. It is a movie about a cat, and the guy who made it animated it himself.
Oh, cool.
on fucking Blender. It's do you know what country it came out of? I don't.
Germany.
No. It's a smaller country. But it is
Georgia or Jordan. Georgia or Jordan.
Those are
one
two
of
very
the
different.
Germany, Georgia, or Jordan.
Yeah.
But it has no dialogue.
Oh.
It first came on my radar because I saw Bill Hader call it his favorite movie of the year.
Yep.
And I'm like,
Whoa.
what is this?
Yep.
It is, again, I only got a third through because I was sleepy.
It's good though. You like cats.
Stunning.
Fantastic.
It's a stunning movie.
It's
Should I watch that first or Wild Robot? Because I know you
he's
both
from
fuck with
he's
Wild.
from Latvia. He's not even from any of those places.
Very good.
It is so
Wild
it
Robot's
is-
also beautiful.
Is it better than Wild Robot?
So it is what
I just broke Garrick.
yeah, you did. I'm thinking of two things at once. It is
Latvia.
Latvia. It is not in Jordan or Georgia. It's not even close to Germany. Might be close to Germany. I don't know. I did love the Wild Robot a lot. This is what happens. This is what happens
you
every
take your meds
time.
today?
I did.
Okay.
And this is what happens every time
It's running
anybody
out.
says anything.
Yeah.
Wally. It is what Wally. It is what Wally should have been all the way through.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Which one is?
Flow,
Wild Robot. Oh.
which is hilarious and
it's a
very
robot
confusing because it's a robot movie. But what Wally started off with
If
on
Flow,
the planet,
if Wally wasn't made for children
Yes.
and never went to like the goofy
Yeah.
That's Flow?
other planet,
Yeah.
yes,
That's
Oh,
what
so
Flow
Flow's
is.
an adult film?
but starring a cat.
but starring a cat.
You guys are, I'm kind of into this.
Yeah,
It's
where
like-
no words,
I'm
no
going to watch that
dialogue.
before Wild Robot.
It's
I've
like-
heard Wild Robot just makes everyone cry.
It made me
sob. I was done. I was on. I
Without
feel
spoiling
bad.
it, what made you cry the most?
The
Well, that's
ending.
spoiling it.
The ending.
But
What it represents.
Parenthood.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's a movie about motherhood.
Yeah.
Oh,
And it makes you want to call your mom immediately and apologize.
There's parts where you're watching The Wild Robot, which is also funny and beautiful, all
Yeah.
these things, but where you're like, oh, I see what you're doing. You're
Yeah.
like, no, that would be emotionally manipulative.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah.
you're not gonna get me.
and they
Yeah.
get you.
And
And then
then
it
fucking
does.
alligator tears.
Yeah. And then it does. It doesn't care. It drives through, and I'm sorry, we talked about this. It just fucking, it steers straight ahead. It knows what it is, and it knows what you think it's gonna be, and it still executes on that exact.
Yeah, that's the crazy
fucking
thing.
thing.
It's like, yeah, you know what the
It's
movie
coming.
Yeah.
is.
We've seen Wally.
Yeah.
We've seen.
And
You're
you're
not
just-
going to get me.
And you're just bracing for impact the entire time.
But they just nail it.
and they just
Damn.
get it.
You heard
But
it here
I
first.
will say, in Inside Out 2, that I think that's the hardest I've seen Sequoia cry.
Really?
Yeah. It's the hardest I've seen Sequoia cry.
It's because they got anxiety in
the
there,
anxiety,
and we all felt so
yeah,
seen.
The anxiety scene of her
Damn.
trying to do
It's a
everything.
Zach guy. Hey, shout out to Wallace and Gromit
Wait,
too.
so what's going to
Yeah.
win in y'all's opinions?
Wallace and Gromit might win
Oh,
Yeah.
because that was
The
a
Academy
favorite
loves.
throughout
I haven't
the
seen
year.
this one.
Yeah, everybody was like, "This is a perfect movie."
Because
This
they
is-
released it in the UK first.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting at home. I got
Yeah.
COVID over Christmas. I'm like, every night I'm like, ooh,
Yeah.
baby, Wallace and Gromit, here we come.
Yeah.
And then everyone's tweeting about watching Wallace and Gromit. And then it turns out it's just them British fucks who got it first.
Yeah,
isn't a grommet that little thing in a screw?
Yeah.
Okay, sick.
yeah. It's a long-standing comic. I want to say.
So it will Flo beat Emilia Perez in international feature film?
I would
Ooh.
I would
I
would rip my shirt off.
Yeah.
If Flo beats Emilia Perez in
Will you get a
international
tattoo?
no, but I
Oh.
will. I was gonna say like take my shirt off and run down the street.
I feel like no one wants that.
Okay, I'll keep my shirt
I
on
want
and
it.
stay in my house.
Nice.
I want it.
I'll take my shirt off
Okay, cool.
unless I'm at a party with other people. Then maybe I'll scream, and then at some point I'll take my shirt off and
Wait,
send you.
even better. Yeah, I want it to happen at the party.
Yeah.
Can I say
I'm gonna wear a shirt that has buttons so I can go. Boop, 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 boop.
blah, blah, bing, bing, bing.
And I can't. Yeah, go ahead.
I normally would stand on my soapbox and talk about all the amazing documentary films that are up and the shorts that are up because you know me, I'm a doc head.
Mm-hmm.
I have not seen a single one, nor
Wow.
have
Fake
I
fan.
heard
Fake
about
fan,
any of
fake
them.
fan.
Fake fan.
Kelsey hates
And
docs.
I feel like this is a scary testament for the first year that not only have I not seen them, not only have I not heard about them, but I don't care about them, that I fear for the documentary film. It's all
Damn.
become true crime series.
You know what? I
Sure.
don't have any fear for them at all because
They were never making money in the first place.
they were never making money in the first place. But I feel like most of the conversations that I have about movies is just people saying, "What documentary have you seen?"
Really?
So, yeah.
But it's all
definitely
on
in-
streaming, right? It's
definitely
nothing
right,
award
it's all-
winning.
it is
And it's
all in
probably all
streaming.
sports related now.
Well,
It's been
not-
very sad.
not too much. Yeah.
It's been a devastating run for documentaries
Yeah.
this year, and especially since the strike. It was like, oh, everyone poured all this money into buying docs. It turns out it was all true
Just
crime,
true crime.
Yeah, it's just
like
true crime
porn,
stuff.
essentially.
Yeah.
Like it's been devastating to
Ugh,
watch the
yeah.
state of the industry. But back to something exciting, like you
Yeah.
know, The Brutalist.
I will like. Who's everybody's like snubs? What do you feel are like people who?
I'm so glad you asked.
Yeah.
That's a great question. I mean, yeah, the fact that Denis Villeneuve didn't get nominated, I know like that's the fanboy answer, but it is sort of crazy to me.
Yeah.
Why didn't it?
I mean,
It's
they
first-
just didn't push it. I think because
Yeah.
it's Warner Brothers and they
They're-
probably pushed
yeah.
Wicked. Is
Mm.
right?
I'm not sure. I feel like Warner.
Or is that Universal? I'm confusing.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
What was?
Wicked was Universal. Maybe I'm confusing.
Yeah.
Good podcast.
Great
Yeah.
podcast.
What
This is why
are
it's
your
over.
snubs?
I'm going to say something you're not going to like, but I do feel as though Ariana Grande is going to get snubbed.
We just mean people who weren't
snub. We mean not
nominated.
nominated.
Oh, I thought you
But-
meant like snubbed at the Oscars.
But yes, I fear.
who do I think got snubbed?
But yeah, unfortunately, we want Ari to win. I
Yeah.
think that in that category, she gives the performance that we're gonna remember the most.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't see it happening.
I don't want to upset the Mocha Grande fans, and the most important one being my wife to be, but
Damn, don't say it. Don't say it.
she was.
I mean,
cool.
she's no Cynthia Erivo.
She's no Cynthia Erivo.
No, and it's like you said, it's a shame that we've all forgotten what Cynthia did. But here's the thing:
we all forgot what I didn't forget.
No. But like in the conversation of actress leading.
I just remembered my snub. Sorry.
Okay, who's your snub?
Oh, I was just gonna say the same way we think like Timmy's gonna pop off when he doesn't win. I think this is just the very beginning of what we're gonna see Cynthia do in terms of film.
Oh,
action.
she's gonna go insane.
She's gonna fucking.
She
go
might
hard. She's already
she's already Broadway legend.
Wait, no, she's playing. Oh, no,
Jesus Christ
Superstar. Yeah.
Go on. Who's your snub?
I just realized my biggest snub, and I like convulsed through my body. Challengers.
Oh fuck.
I mean, that is if you talk about my
The score.
we talk about my top 3 favorite movies. That's number 4. The best. How is that not
The
nominated for
score.
best original score? It's
that was
insane.
last year.
No, it
No,
came out
it's
in
this year.
January, February.
And
That might be
that's a
what
personal
everybody.
vendetta, right?
And I
Like-
would have given Luca had 2 great movies this year
Yeah.
with that and Queer. I would have liked to see
Queer
him
was
in.
bad.
I didn't actually see it.
It was
I
bad.
just pretended
That's
I
right.
did.
No,
You caught me.
Ally.
Yeah.
It was
wow.
bad.
Yeah,
And I was
okay.
like, you're a liar.
But I
should watch
love
Queer.
this guy. I would have loved to see him nominated for best director. I know you can only nominate 5 people. That movie fucking rips.
Wait, how come we can only nominate 5 for that and the best picture has gone to 12?
Because
They opened it up to.
they wanted The
12.
Dark Knight. People were mad that The Dark Knight wasn't nominated for best
Okay.
picture.
I
and
feel like
then-
maybe we should consider opening it. Maybe get more women in there.
Yeah. How many best picture noms is it? 12? Is it 12 or is it 10?
It can be up to, I don't know, 1, 2, but this year it's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But like Josh O'Connor, I thought was so
Josh
great in
O'Connor
that
was
movie.
great.
Mike Feist, I think, is one of the best actors we have right now, and
Yeah.
I want to see him in everything.
Can I say something that you might not like?
No.
Mhm.
All right. That's why this podcast is ending.
What are you going to say
That's
about Mike
gonna
Feist?
be
No.
our
I'm not
new
going to say
bit.
it about him specifically, but just that movie, why I think it's gotten snubbed. I don't believe this personally, but I can see what the industry believes.
Because Serena Williams crip walked at the Super Bowl. I get it. Yeah, it is a really bad reason for
No,
you to
but
not.
because Will Smith got nominated for his tennis movie. It's like we
Oh.
loved him in that.
Oh.
But I think people are going to think it was like the threesome kid movie and they're too young. Like there wasn't substance, no pun intended, to it beyond what it got marketed as, which was like the threesome kind of like
But
it was giving what's the name of the fucking Sam Levinson?
I'm giving you 7 more episodes.
Euphoria.
It's giving Euphoria the movie, unfortunately.
What? In the marketing, maybe. But I
In the
think
marketing,
that,
I don't agree, but I'm telling you, when you put it up against Conclave, that's what people are going to say. It's the threesome kid movie.
I think that they went for a very clear theme, like you said earlier, for all of the nominees, and the theme being failed dreams or
And politics, like
and
more
politics in general.
More election.
I just
nonsense.
realized I just noticed that Wicked is nominated for score. And it's like, there's a score in that movie?
It's
Between the
songs.
song. No, that's not original.
That's yeah.
How the fuck
That's
did that
confusing.
happen?
Yeah.
And also Wild Robot, like, nah, dog. Get out of original score. Make Emilia Perez get the fuck out of that category. Make way for Trent Reznor and
How
Atticus
is it
Ross.
not
Yeah.
have an original song but has an original score?
Wicked
Yeah.
Because the songs aren't original. They're from the musical.
and the book.
Yeah, but wouldn't the score technically too?
I guess there's
guess they
score in
rewrote it?
between, but usually you can't be nominated like if the score is based on clearly we're wrong and there's original
There's a
original
reason.
music in that. But
Hey, did you see Aliens nominated for nominated? Romulus is nominated.
Which fucking brings
Did
me.
you get a new tattoo?
I did.
I also was
Oh my
looking at
god!
it.
Sorry, ADHD. Go on. That's sick.
Thank you so much.
The
I
devil
think the
man.
fact that we're saying nomulated means it's time
Yeah,
to start
it's time to
wrapping
start
this
wrapping
thing
it
up.
It's 8:36 p.m.
Cool. Alien
Alien
Romulus
Romulus.
brings me, which is why we said nomulated, which brings me to my snub. I think that David Johnson should have gotten Best Supporting Actor
For
nominee.
Romulus.
For Romulus.
Hey.
He is sensational as a he is an android that is lightly like on the spectrum a little bit and then slowly gets to like non-neurodivergence, and it's very cool to watch. It's almost because it's the same way that we fell in love with Emma Stone's performance in Pretty Things.
Oh,
Poor
Poor
Things.
Things.
You
I'm
get to
sorry,
watch
not
him
Pretty
evolve.
Things, and you get to watch him evolve, and it's a very, very good subtle acting. And it's like as you finish the movie, you're like, oh, this kid is a fucking star. Like there's no ifs, ands, buts about it, and it's not even like this, like, oh my God, I'm so touched and moved by how he's being treated and whatnot, and I feel so crazy and upset that this is happening to him and so on and so forth. It is just him playing it very small and very straight and very to the point, and it's amazing to just fucking watch. I think it's like a sensational character
Is
choice.
this a space sucker film?
Yeah.
Sick.
Guilty Horse, Familia.
Yes.
We love you guys.
This
is fun.
We've been doing. I mean, we're just shy of 200 episodes.
Crazy.
We've been doing this for 4 years. It's. I mean, we do this because we love it, because we love hanging out
Genuinely.
with each other, talking movies, and you let us do that. You've let us do that for all these years. We're gonna make these next episodes the best you've ever had.
Best I ever had. Best I ever had.
No Drake.
Sorry.
I'm at Corn Day and all things.
I'm Kelsey Darragh on all the things.
I'm Garrick Bernard and all the things.
And until next time, let's go Conclave.
Go Conclave.